Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Like New York cheesecake and almond milk latte.
Nice. Please.
Okay.
Do you like sweet?
Every day I eat sweet. Yeah, I love sweet. Especially cheesecake, carrot cake, and everything with French cuisine. Oishii.
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 Good. Also, do you speak Japanese?
A little bit, but I understand mostly. I studied Japanese here at language school.
Oh.
Yeah, because Japanese is so necessary in Japan.
How long have you been learning Japanese?
Since I came, I spent 1 month and I understood that without Japanese I cannot survive in Japan. And after 1 month I started to attend the language school. But it was a sudden decision, so I just will go and check, how much does it cost, how long course, what they offer to me. So after I decided to take private lessons, because it's more efficient for me, I like to study fast and not to wait for other students, and also I cannot spend half a day just for studying. So that's why I'm still taking private lessons 3 times a week. And of course I study by myself, because I have to learn words, I have to learn kanji, and I have to practice.
You study also kanji?
Yes.
Oh. Is it difficult?
Simple kanji, no. But when you get improved, so now I should buy N3 book. So, and in this book I know kanji is more difficult.
You speak English very fluently. Have you lived in the US?
No, never. I never went there.
Oh.
Actually.
How did you learn English?
At first I studied at international high school, and it was first step because I had the opportunity to talk to native speakers, and that's why I could practice. After that I started a little bit to travel for work and also to talk with foreigners, and now I have to use English for communication, and I need to explain sometimes I have short of time and I have to explain people very fastly what should they do or what is our relationship, or explain some formal language like business documents. So that's why I have to use English. And from the beginning it was so difficult for me to talk fastly because I have 1 hour and explain many points. So I have to fastly. And I have many questions every time. Because for example, when I go to some meeting, I already have this list of questions.
You were in international school in Ukraine?
Yeah, it wasn't international school because students were only Ukrainian, but they had some native speakers from United States, so that's why.
Oh, I see. It's in Kiev?
No, in my city, Dnipro.
Oh, all right.
But it's one of the best high school in Ukraine.
Oh, wow. So you are very smart.
I hope so.
You live in Tokyo?
Yeah.
When did you come to Japan?
Half a year ago,
Oh,
around that time.
so do you like it?
Yeah, everything in Japan. Because I've been here 2 years ago and I liked it so much, that's why I wanted to come back. But unfortunately Corona came, so I couldn't enter Japan, and because I had to stay in Ukraine, and suddenly Corona came. So I was supposed to come in summertime, but unfortunately I came in the end of October, and I stayed 2 weeks at home, almost at home, so I couldn't use transport, I couldn't walk a lot, just a little bit and just park. So I liked and I wanted to come just Japan. No Korea, no Taiwan, just Japan.
Are there some reasons to choose Japan? Anime or culture?
No, actually I don't like anime, but I like the Japanese culture because everyone's so polite, and I like to be respected.
Oh.
And when the Japanese people, you can feel that. Even small things, when you live in Japan, it's maybe invisible for you. But actually, if you come abroad, if you come to Europe, it's kind of different. Small things, even supermarket, they always organize everything. But in Ukraine, they just give you, and that's all. But with this organizing, you're used to, and you feel, oh, it's okay, it's normal, no one cares. But actually, yeah, you should care, because here, for example, some customers, they pay, and the staff appreciates that, and you feel it worth this money. So that's why I like the small thing in Japan. Also here, food every time so good quality. Japanese, they will never lie. Sometimes I hate the too straight way. For example, I tried to here apply to university, so I spent like much money and much time. But unfortunately, they said you don't have like one certificate, so we cannot. But I said like if I have experience, because in Europe, if you have experience, so it's okay to don't have one certificate or something. But they said no. And I just asked them, like, show me please another candidate who has experience already, like at this age. Like they, like, no, just certificate. So that's why I feel that sometimes it's too straight way. And it's everywhere. So if they choose to be right or to make money, they will choose to be right. So they don't care about any amount of money. Even if it's like gojuman yen, they don't care. Like they will be right. So they always connect and always so committed to companies. So that's why I find it surprising. Because in Ukraine, people will choose money every time. Like they don't care about like it's correct or not correct. They will find some way just to get this money, especially if it's like big money. So that's why I feel it's surprising. But mostly, for example, food in Japan so nice. Like every time nice quality, every time everything fresh. And when you come, my favorite is Japanese beef, because I never eaten like this kind of beef before. In Japan, it's different. And for example, tuna also different. So this square, it's perfect inside, perfect kind inside. So in Ukraine, you cannot find it all, just meat. But here, meat is something sophisticated, like I would say.
Yeah, as you said, Japanese workers are very loyal to their companies, so they dedicate to their companies.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I worked overtime every day when I was employee. And you said Japanese people are polite.
Yeah.
So you are treated politely in Japan.
In Japan, because it's not because they want actually to be polite, it's because they're taught to be polite. And because you have to do like this, and Japanese they do. And from the childhood in here, they brought up children with this attitude to be polite. And I know it's fake, and sometimes they talk behind someone's back. In Japan, it's like waraguchi-oyu, like this, like talk behind someone's back. But it's okay, like if face to face we are polite, I don't care what you're talking about my back.
And also, you said you like Japanese food.
Yeah.
What is the favorite food in Japan?
Favorite? Actually, I like to eat French in Japan. Yeah, it's like so weird, but they cook it with Japanese products, so that's why. And meat here, like I mentioned the best, and even like people agree who been to, I never been to France, but people who been to France, they say like in Japan meat is better and ryori is better, much better. And I like teppanyaki, is teppanyaki, if from Japanese food, because it's so tasty. Yeah, but mostly I like French with Japanese products.
Yeah, actually there are many international foods in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's customized to Japan. Yeah, so I like it. And many foreigners say that about your life in Japan. What do you eat for breakfast usually?
Usually just desserts. Everything sweet.
Sweet.
Sweets, yeah.
It's very interesting. You cook by yourself?
No, unfortunately. I can cook. I have actually, a series of sweet pictures. So I cooked, I designed, and I took picture. I can show you later. I'm so jotsu at that, but now I don't have time. So I buy something and maybe some small transaction, like I buy croissants but without nothing inside. I buy banana, I buy some like cream or I don't need Nutella, like something for inside. So I make, cut croissant, make cream and banana and like 2 parts. So I don't eat too much like bread. And that's why.
You eat sweet food every morning?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
If I don't eat sweet food, I am sad. And for example, when I go to some short trip, and they have Japanese style breakfast. But every time I'm expecting just give me a piece of cake in the morning. I don't care about like fish, rice. I don't care about how tasty it is. I just want a piece of cake in the morning, and that's all.
I see. You have a very good figure. So do you exercise?
Yeah, I do yoga every morning. It's like first step. I walk around 10,000 steps. It's like second step. I go 3-4 times a week to pole dance studio, pole dance and aerial dance. So that's why I think, and also I have many stress. So that's why, I think it's okay to eat sweets.
Will you continue to live in Japan?
I hope so.
Yeah, good. I hope so too. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bye.
See you. Bye bye.